No more fear. Who am I? My name is Miko Patton, and we're going to go over how to finally master your mindset and make money online. I've talked to so many people who are just afraid to get started telling people about what they already know, making money based on what's in your noggin. So today we're going to go over the $325 billion secret. I'm going to reveal it to you today so that you can go out, get over yourself, stop being afraid so you can go ahead and make money online. And not only just make money online, you're actually helping other people. Like, what if all the products that we use, what if all the doctors, all the lawyers, what if they were afraid to do what they do? We wouldn't have all the great things that we have today. We wouldn't have great medicine, healthcare. We wouldn't have those things because what if they were afraid to move forward? So this Facebook Live series is about helping you to get over your fear once and for all so that you can go ahead and start helping the world, start serving, and a great byproduct is make money while you do it. So I'm going to start off with this. This is a book of stamps, and actually this is my favorite book of stamps. It's called From Me to You. I just think things are the most adorable thing ever. But this is going to help you to get over your fear. And I'm going to be talking about how this postage stamp saved my life and how it can save yours too. Now, this is a book that I wrote. It's called that, How a Postage Stamp Saved My Life. 21 powerful tips to overcome, to defeat depression, skyrocket your self-confidence, and achieve your goals. So that's what we're going to talk about. How this a tiny miniature postage stamp can help you get over yourself, get over fear, get in front of the television or the computer on Facebook Live and help other people. The main thing you have to remember is that you are serving someone else. It's not about you and how you feel and how you look on camera. It's can you help another person? And that's what I'm going to be talking about for this Facebook Live series, which is today all the way through Friday. So I hope you stay tuned, you stick with me, and it's going to be a nice, fun ride. Secondly, I want to give a shout out to one of my great online mentors. He doesn't know this because he doesn't know me, but his name is Brendan Bouchard, and he has just been an inspiration to me over his 20 plus years in what he's doing. And I just really admire him because he just never gave up. He started off, just like we all do with like no email list, but he stuck with it. He just did not stop. And a few months ago, he was on the cover of Success magazine, and I was just so proud to see him there. So if you haven't heard of Brendan Bouchard, please check him out because he is amazing. Several other online people that really inspired me was Amy Porterfield. Definitely check out her podcast because she tells you everything about how to learn about Facebook and the marketing, and she's just a really great down-to-earth person, it seems, from her podcast. And hopefully, I am going to be going to San Diego in a couple months to meet her in person, but I just really have enjoyed listening to her and learning from her. Another person is Pat Flynn. He's one of the first persons that I came across when I was learning about online marketing and, just how to do this thing online so that you can start making money. And his website is Smart Passive Income. So definitely check out Pat Flynn as well. He's a great inspiration that has like really helped me to keep going and to know that what I've been through can help other people. And so that's basically why I'm here today, to tell you that if I can be here in front of the camera and if I can help other people, then you can certainly help other people, because all of us are unique. All of us have a story to tell. And I think that we all should tell that story. So let's go into me and my story. Why did I write this book? How a postage stamp saved my life. Well, it started about a decade ago. And that was when my mother was diagnosed with colon and liver cancer. And she was given, a prognosis of less than a year to live. And that prognosis came true. She was living in Georgia at the time. Then she moved to California, where I was. And I had the distinct privilege of taking care of her until she passed away, November 17th, 2008. And at that time, I was I went into a deep depression. And I mean, the type of depression where it's clinical. And I didn't function, and I didn't get out of bed, and I had to go to work. But when I got back home from work, I didn't leave the house. I didn't leave even for the weekends. I was just in bed, sad, depressed, and suicidal. I was really missing my mother so very much, and I still miss her to this very day. But at the time, I was working for the Postal Service, and I would always see postage stamps because I would deliver the mail. So one day I started to think about, well, what is the purpose of a postage stamp? Let me ask you, what do you think the purpose of a postage stamp is? Well, for me, I came to the conclusion that a postage stamp always sticks to its recipient. It always sticks to the letter or to the package. And it never gives up. It never deviates. It always does what it's intended to do. And so that thought got me thinking, if a postage stamp doesn't give up, if a postage stamp always gets to its destination, then how can I give up before I've reached my full potential or my full destination? So it's a small thing, but it was very profound for me, and very profound for me to eventually write this book and talk about 21 different ways that you can help yourself to get over depression, over suicide, over anxiety, over procrastination, over all these things that keep holding us back, getting out of your comfort zone, stepping out of fear. And I said, you know what? If this can help me, then I know that I can help somebody else, because I really at the time did not want to live anymore. But by coming out of that negative thinking, that negative framework, I started to see that there was hope. And one of the things that really helped me, several things besides the postage stamp, was getting into an exercise routine. When I tell people that I got up at 4 a.m. in the morning and went to the gym at 5 o'clock waiting for the doors to open, people were thinking that I'm crazy, something's wrong. But actually, people who get up at 4 a.m. are the most productive people. And not only that, I went to the gym before going to work, and that helped me all throughout the day. I made a commitment to myself. I'm going to do this for 21 days. Ended up doing for that much, much longer than that. I just recently stopped doing it because I'm getting this book and this online things going, but I plan to start right back up into doing that next year. I feel great when I work out. I know I'm doing great things for my body, great things for my mind. So that really helped me to get over the depression that I was in, and also getting back into my fellowship, going back to my congregation. That was a huge help for me, because I had stopped because I was just so sad and just didn't really know what to do. But today, that was 10 years ago. Today, I am a new person, a new, revitalized, happier, and in a place where I can help you, hopefully, to get where you need to be and to get over your fears, and so that you can help other people. Now, I want to start off with a story. In my book, How a Postage Stamp Saved My Life, I talk about an excerpt from this book that I read about 10 years ago. And the book is from a writer called, an author. Her name is Pam Lontos. And she had this in the beginning of her book. And I never forgot this story. And this story really epitomizes how we view ourselves sometimes, and how we let fear have the upper hand. So I just want to read you this story, because it's profound. It's not very long, but I just want you to understand how fear can actually kill you. It starts. It was one of those pitch black nights that the man who worked security at the railroad yard had come to hate. The dark brought uncertainty, a sense of not knowing what waited ahead, and he disliked it passionately, almost as much as he disliked the responsibility of entering refrigerated rail cars used to transport perishable foods. There, the cold turned the dreaded darkness into something almost tangible. Though he admitted it to no one, the cold and darkness terrified him for reasons he could not explain. He was nearing the welcome end of his rounds and had put off going into the refrigerator car until the last minute. The silent dread weighed on him more heavily than usual as he wearily climbed inside to make sure all was in order. Then, just seconds before he had completed his duties and would be ready to return to the warmth of his well-lit office, he heard a sound that struck in him a numbing note of terror. He was aware of what had just happened, even before shining his flashlight in the direction of the heavily insulated car door. The door had slammed shut, locked him in, all alone. He knew the door could not be opened from the inside, and there was no one on the outside to call for help. He was trapped. He was doomed. He would die there. He knew it, either from the cold or from the lack of air. It was the thought of freezing to death that concerned him the most. He screamed until his lungs burned, and he banged on the door until his hands were swollen and bruised. In time, however, the panic subsided, and a resolution unlike any he'd ever felt set in. His situation was hopeless. He decided that his last act would be to record his agonizing death for whoever might eventually find him. Taking a pencil from his jacket pocket, he wrote on the car wall, "It is so cold in here, I can hardly stand it." After a while, he struggled from the corner where he had huddled, and he wrote a second line. "It's colder still, my fingers are getting numb." Then later, "I'm slowly dying." And ultimately, his last words, "These are probably my last words." By the time he had scribbled his final sentence, the writing was almost illegible. The hand of a dying man. It was the following morning when his body was found, slumped in one corner of the refrigerator car. The coroner had difficulty determining the cause of death. There had, he determined, been sufficient ventilation inside the car to allow the man to survive for days. And since the refrigeration apparatus of the car had been out of order or broken, there was no way the man could have frozen to death. In fact, the temperature inside the car when it was finally opened was 56 degrees. The moral of the story: the security man, burdened by fears and self-doubts, had become the victim of the awesome power of his subconscious mind. He expected the worst and unfortunately saw those expectations realized. Rather than making a positive and optimistic assessment of his situation and seeking some way to get through the nightmare, he gave up. He surrendered to a reality that existed only in his mind. The end. So this story struck a nerve with me because this man expected to die and he died. There was nothing wrong with the refrigerator car. It wasn't even working. The ventilation could have kept him alive until the next day, until somebody came. But because he thought he was going to die, he expected he was going to die, he eventually died. So this Facebook Live series is about our fears, our expectations. And if we expect something to happen, it will happen. We become our own self-fulfilling prophecy. So if you have fears about, going on camera, I might not look good, people, if you have those fears, you are feeding those fears, those expectations, and then those things will happen for you. But if you have a different framework, a different mindset, if you say, I'm doing this, I'm just trying it, I might make a mistake, I might learn from my mistakes, but I'm gonna do it anyway, then you will eventually succeed because you're trying. You expect to make mistakes. You expect to get better, and you will get better. It's all in our subconscious mind. So over the next 5 days, I'm going to talk about how we sometimes live our lives like the security guard. We look through life through these negative lenses, negative this, negative that. I can't do this. I can't do that. And we give into this doubt. We give into this fear. And we don't do what we can do. We don't know we can do it because we're so afraid. But we have to get out of that because your life depends on it. This guy lost his life because he thought the car was frozen. It wasn't even working. So I'm going to talk to you about something called the postage stamp method. The postage stamp method. And that is what we're going to go over these 5 days and how you're going to finally get over fear. You're not going to be thinking all these negative things because you're actually harming and hurting your own self. And I'm sure you probably heard of this book. It's called A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. And she has this beautiful quote that really epitomizes why we need to get over fear and do what we need to do. It says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Now, how powerful is that? That is powerful. And I'm going to talk to you about letting go of these limitations that you have. You are a unique individual because you are alive and you have something to say, and the world needs to hear what you have to say, how you can help other people, how you have overcome depression, how you have overcome fear. The world needs to know so that they can learn, so that they can have the courage to go ahead and help other people. So there's one more book that I love by Stephen Pressfield. It's called The War of Art. And in the last pages, he says, if you don't do the thing you were meant to do, you not only hurt yourself, you hurt the planet. He says, don't cheat us of your contribution. Give us what you got. That's what I'm going to be talking about. How you need to give the world, the planet, what you've got. You got what it takes. You just got to get it out there and help other people. And the postage stamp method, how a postage stamp saved my life, is what's going to help you to get over this fear. So I'm going to go and show you the $325 billion secret. And basically that secret is the knowledge you already have inside your brain and how you can put that into a book, turn that book into an audio book, turn that audio book into an online course, and how you can help other people, serving other people. When you serve others, when you give to others, you will get back. The measure that you measure out to others will be measured back onto you. It's all about serving. It's all about helping people, how they can benefit themselves, how they can improve their own lives. So I'm going to go and do this PowerPoint presentation. I want you to stick with me, and we're going to go over how you can earn money online. People are always saying, well, I can't earn money. I can't earn money. Yeah, you can. You just have to understand how it's broken down. And so I've broken it down into a way you can understand what's going on, and you can be a part of this $325 billion industry. Let's go to it. Okay, so we're going to talk about how you can earn $100,000 teaching what you already know. Now, I already know you're already thinking, yeah, I can't do it. $100,000 is too big. I don't have anything that I can. Yeah, we're going to go over that. Okay, so we're going to start with my book that I published this year, How a Postage Stamp Saved My Life. And I'm going to show you how you can earn $100,000 just teaching people, helping people to improve their own life. Okay, so let's break this down. So say your goal is to get $100,000 in 1 year. If you divide $100,000 into 52 weeks, which equals a year, you have to earn about $2,000 a week. Now, is that too much money? Well, some people may say, yeah, but let's break it down some more. How much money do you need to make per day? If you divide $2,000 by 7 days a week, that's basically, you have to earn $300 a day. So my question is it possible to earn or make an extra $300 per day with a book that you've written or something else that you've done? I say the answer is yes, you can do it. But what if 100,000 is too much for you? Let's go to another number. Let's go to 75,000. Okay, if you break down $75,000 by 52 weeks, you need to earn about $1,500 per week. Now, how much is that per day? Well, $1,500 divided by 7 days a week equals $215 a day. Is it possible that you could write a book and that you could earn $215 a day from that book that you wrote and that you put on Amazon and that you're telling everybody about? Is it possible? I say yes. But, okay, say $75,000 is still too much money for you. Let's go down to $50,000. Okay, so you want to make $50,000 in 1 year. $50,000 divided by 52 weeks in a year, you have to earn about $1,000 a week. Make that into 7 days, you have to earn about $150 a day. Okay? Woo-hoo! Can you make $150 per day off something that you've gone through and you put inside of a book to help other people? I say, yes, you can. Okay, but I'm with you. If $50,000 is still too much, let's go to something else. Let's say $20,000. You want to make $20,000 next year. Okay, $20,000 divided by 52 weeks of the year. You have to make $400 per week. Okay, 400 divided by 7 days in the week. You have to make $60 per day. That's 60 per day. Can you make an extra $60 per day selling some knowledge that you have inside your brain already to help other people? $60, I think that's a big fat yes. Okay, so what if 20,000 is still too much money? Okay, well, let's go down to 5,000. Say next year, you know what? I just want to make an extra $5,000. Not this 100, not this 50, 5,000. Okay, 5,000 divided by 52 weeks, that's $100 a week. And how much is that per day? You have to make $15 a day in order to make an extra $5,000 a year. Do you think you can possibly earn $15 per day? Yes, I say yes. Can you hear me? Yes, you can do it. And I'm going to show you. But let's go down one more. Let's say, 5,000 is still too much money. Let's go to $1,000. 1,000 divided by 52 weeks. $20 a day. Okay, a week. And then break that. $3 a day. Can you earn $3 per day writing a book about something that you already know, something that you've already gone through? Can you earn $3? That's like not even the cost of a Starbucks coffee. Can you earn that? Yes, you can. And I'm going to show you. Okay, so going back, this is how I can do this. I've written the book, How a Postage Stamp Saved My Life, 21 Powerful Tips to Defeat Depression, Skyrocket Your Self-Confidence, and Achieve Your Goals. Say, for instance, I sell this book for $17 on Amazon, and say one person buys it. Okay. Say I sell 5 of them in one day. Say I sell 10 of them in one day. If I sold 10 of these in one day, how much is that I've already made? $170. Okay, so please do not tell me that you cannot earn money online by teaching people what you already know. Next. Not only can I turn my book is already there. Not only book, I can turn it into an audio book. People buy regular books, but some people like to buy audiobooks. Say, for instance, I sold one regular book and one audio book. That's $34 just for one of each, audio and the book itself. So there are different modalities you can use to make money. You don't just have to stick to one thing. Moving on. Say, for instance, I do a video. I have a course about my book. I do the audio, I sell that. I do the video, I sell that. And the actual book. It's right here, 17 plus 17 plus 17 is $51. I made that just in one day from one of each modality. Can you do the same? Yes, you can. By getting over yourself, getting over your fear, setting deadlines, stop procrastinating. And that's what we're going to go over these next 4 days. How you can do that. How you can set up a system so that you can get over your fears. Moving on. What if I did the book, I did the audio book, I did the video, and then I did a webinar too. And I sold all of them for $17 each. That would be $68 I made just for one in each. And what if I sold 2 or 3 or 4 in all of them? It can be done. Now let's throw in another one. A teleseminar. Say I wrote the book, turned the book into an audio. I did that. I turned it into a video. Then I did a webinar. And then I said, you know what? Let me do a teleseminar. And I sold all of them for $17 each. I can make $85 if I sold just one. But what if I sold multiple? Are you kind of liking this? Are you kind of seeing how you can make money teaching what you already know? This is the $325 billion secret. Helping other people with knowledge you already have. Let's move on to a next one. Say I did my book, the audio book, the video, the teleseminar, the webinar, and now I'm going to throw in an email course. Oh my goodness. If I sold all of them, 17, that's $102 just for selling one of each. If I can do it, you can do it. So making a recap, you only need $300 a day to make $100,000 in a year. You only need to earn $215 a day to make $75,000 for the year. You only need to earn $150 per day to make $50,000 extra next year. You only have to earn $60 per day to make an extra $20,000 next year. You only have to earn $15 a day, 15, to make an extra $5,000 next year. And a measly $3 per day you have to earn to make $1,000 today, for the year. Yes, this can be done. Just recapping. Going back, in $60 a day, you can make $20,000. Right here, if I just sold one of each, I've already made $102. That's more than 60, so that's more than $20,000 a year if I did one of each of these. I did the book, did the audiobook, I did the video, which is the online course, the live seminar, the webinar, and then the email course. So you don't have to do all of these, but the starting point is the book. The book can be turned into all these different modalities, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. That's what I'm going to show you how to do this, because in my book, How a Postage Stamp Saved My Life, it's actually 21 proven steps to get you to write your book so you can turn it into all these different modalities. And I have a course that I did that I'm going to be making it available to you at the end of this live. Because I want to help you see that you can do it. But you first have to conquer your mindset that, oh my goodness, I don't have anything to say. Oh my goodness, I'm so afraid. You gotta get over that in order to help other people. I love this quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen for you. You have to decide, you know what? Once and for all, I'm putting my feet in the sand. This is going to happen. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to help other people. I'm going to put down whatever I'm going to write down what I overcame, and I'm going to help other people. And in the process, you will earn money. Yes. Is it going to be difficult in the beginning? Yes. Are you going to have to work and hustle? Yes, you are. But tell me, what thing in life is easy that's worthwhile? You have to work. You have to get better. You have to try. You have to fail. You have to try again. You have to fail. You have to try again. That is what we do. When we were kids, how many times did we fall down before we started walking? We fell down multiple times, but we kept getting back up. We have to think like a postage stamp. The postage stamp does not give up. It gets to its destination. It never stops. It never deviates. Through rain, sleet, or snow, the package you ordered on Amazon is getting to you. That package will not stop. It will get to you because the postage stamp is on there. It will not stop. You have to become like that postage stamp. You can't stop. You have to keep going. You have to help other people. And the only way you can do that is by getting over fear. No more fear. We have to get over fear. We have to stop letting fear have the upper hand. We have to say, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be like that train. Not I think I can. I know I can. If someone else has already done something, you can do it too. That's exactly how I live my life. If I see somebody else who have succeeded online, then I know I can succeed online. If I can succeed online, you can succeed online. But you have to make a commitment. You have to show up. You have to do the thing that you don't want to do, because you're never going to get anywhere new if you don't start making a new course. This is what we're going to talk about over the next 5 days. I'm super excited. I'm happy that you're here, and we are going to go over tomorrow the power of goals, why you need them, and how incredibly wealthy and successful people use them. You need a goal. If you don't have a goal, we're going to change that tomorrow. So please stick with me. Thank you so much for being here today. And I hope you see that yes, you can earn money teaching what you already know. Tell a friend. Be back here tomorrow at the same time, and we are going to overcome fear. We're going to help ourselves. We're going to help other people, and we are going to conquer the limitations that are inside our mind. We are not going to be like the man who had expectations of dying and he died. We're going to have expectations of living, of succeeding, of helping others, and that's what's going to happen. And if you want a sneak peek of my book, it is already available online at Amazon. How a Postage Stamp Saved My Life. And I do have an online course. You can look it up in the link below. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you tomorrow.